I just don't care. Yes, I know that was loud, but I just wanna make sure you're paying attention. I'm not dumb, I'm a student pastor. I know some of y'all right now take this time to sit back, relax, take in the dark, cool room, and take a quick nap. Now, let's try that together. On the count of 3, on all campuses, I want you to yell, I just don't care. You ready? 1, 2, 3. I just don't care. This over the video commanding stuff it's quite great. I totally know what Dora the Explorer feels like.
Look, Beeple's blanket is coming to you. You've got to catch it. Put your hands out in front of you and catch it, catch it, catch it. You got it.
Okay, back to the message. The past couple weeks, we've been diving into a series called Antisocial, talking about why it's so important to actually engage people to show Jesus to others. We can't possibly be Christ-centered difference makers if we're antisocial and keep our distance from others. In order to be the hands and feet of Jesus, we have to be with people. Now, can we have an honest moment for a second? When it comes to helping and serving people, even when we're in moments where we're supposed to act like Jesus, sometimes we just don't care. Huh? You see what I did there? Because, I just yelled earlier, I just don't care. Okay, I know that's the case for me if I'm being honest. Sometimes it's hard for me to care, even when I see and know people are hurting. When others are in need of help, I show apathy instead of action. I'm getting better at this, but I was the worst at this in high school. I remember this one time, I was a sophomore. I was dating this girl, her name was Courtney. We'd been dating for a few months, and like every stupid, dumb high school boy, I just woke up one morning and I decided I didn't like her anymore. I don't know if it was, she smelt funny the day before, or maybe it was I just got bad sleep. Nonetheless, your boy was over it. Well, the morning that I decided to break up with her, I texted her to meet me in the courtyard of her school so we could talk. The worst 3 words any young love story could hear. I met up with Courtney that morning, and instead of respecting her and telling her the truth that I just didn't have feelings for her anymore, I made up an excuse for the breakup. I thought it would be bulletproof. There was no way it wouldn't work. I took her by the hand, I looked her in the eye and said, Courtney, basketball season is about to start, and well, ball is life, baby, and I have to focus on that. It's not you, it's me. We need to break up. As I said this, she was visibly upset and started to cry. Instead of showing a little compassion, I gave her a pity hug and went on my way like nothing happened. I know, I was the worst, but I just didn't care. Even when she was visibly upset and hurt, I didn't show any compassion. Now, dating aside, I think a lot of us find this to be true when we see people hurting and in need. We just don't care enough to do anything. And there are probably a lot of reasons for that too. Maybe we've never been shown true, authentic love. Maybe we haven't seen what it means to serve other people. Maybe we've been hurt by others and we've chose to close ourselves off from people. However, I think the biggest reason we don't care enough is because there seems to be too much to care about. In a world where we're supposed to care about everything, we find ourselves caring about nothing. Think about it. When you hop onto Instagram, Snap, TikTok, there are so many things you are supposed to care about according to your social media. From the extinction of orca whales to random acts of kindness for those without a home, there is so much we are told to care about. And in all honesty, when I see all this on my screen, I feel overwhelmed. I don't know what to prioritize. I end up not caring at all. I feel apathetic, and that reflects how I treat people. Now, there's a story in the Bible, Luke chapter 10, called the Good Samaritan, that talks about this very thing. It's a parable or a story that Jesus tells. The story starts like this. There's a man walking alongside a road, and as if it's out of a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movie, he gets blindsided by robbers, beat up, and left to die on the side of the road. In verse 30, it literally says they left him to die. Scary, right? I don't know about you, but I would rather be fully alive. As this man is lying on the side of the road, a priest walks past him. Instead of helping him, he went to the other side of the road to avoid him. A priest. He didn't care enough to stop and help. Look, I've never met a real life priest, but come on, man. I know you're not supposed to do that. A little later, another man, a Levite, saw the man half dead, Euro-stepped him like LeBron, and avoided him too. He didn't care enough to come to this man's aid. But here's where the story turns and it gets good. A third man, a Samaritan, approached him, and instead of having apathy like the first two, he shows compassion and helps. Verse 34 and 35 says this: he, the Good Samaritan, went to him, the hurt man, and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he put the man on his own donkey, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day he took out 2 denarii, money, and gave them to the innkeeper. Look after him, he said, and when I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have. Students, did you catch that? The first 2 men showed zero compassion, didn't care enough to put compassion into action, and walked past the hurting man. They saw a need and they ignored it. However, the third man, the Samaritan, saw the hurting man and was instantly led into action. He showed compassion and went above and beyond to serve him, just like Jesus serves us. Students, here's my hope for you tonight as you hear this story. 1, if you are someone that is like me and sometimes simply just doesn't care enough, you would ask God to give you eyes to see those that are hurting and a heart for those that need help. It's so evident that the Good Samaritan was able to see the man hurting and have a heart of compassion to help. But here's the second thing. My biggest hope for all of us tonight is this: that we would understand we are called to love and serve others because Jesus loved and served us first. Students, this can be extremely practical, yet incredibly impactful. For some, it's helping someone in your math class that is struggling and simply doesn't understand their work. Maybe it's inviting that person sitting by themselves at lunch to sit with you and your friends. Maybe it's simply listening to your friend share the tough things going on at their home. 1 John 4:19 says this: we love because he, Jesus, first loved us. Jesus loved us enough to walk on the same planet we're on, serve and love us, even when we didn't deserve it, and he proved it through dying on the cross for us. I think the Good Samaritan understood something very important. We don't help, love, and serve others out of obligation. People aren't inconveniences. We help, love, and serve others because it's an opportunity to show people Jesus, to point someone to the cross and the hope that we find in it. Here's my question to you as we go to small groups. Are you going to keep not caring enough because of your apathy? Or are you going to love others like Jesus did? Here's the challenge. Let's stop being antisocial and avoiding other people because we simply don't care enough. Let's get in the game. Let's start being more like the Good Samaritan and be Christ-centered difference makers in the way we love and serve those that are hurting.